Hey Coach, hey DJ, can you give us your thoughts on the game first off?
Yeah, probably tale of two halves at the end of the day. First half, we were terrific. Obviously, we made shots. The ball went in, which is great. But what I was really pleased with the first half, I thought we really, really guarded them. I think we held them to 2 or 4 points in the paint, 20% from the field. I think like less than single figures from 2. We were just really, really guarding the way we wanted to. And second half, I probably totally came out and put the clamps on us, and our offense got stagnant. Everybody probably just, it was awful the second half to watch. So a billion foul, like it was like the slowest, most, I had no fun watching that half. Mainly because they were kicking our butts, but also because it was just awful basketball. But yeah, it's just really good half from our point of view for a half, and then really bad half from our point of view for a half.
Was there an element of queuing the rack in the second half? Do you think those sort of things like, oh, we're home now?
Yeah, I think that's probably it. I think there's a little fatigue. You know, we just came off a game the other night that probably played into tired legs a little bit. Our bench group wasn't as good closing as I'd hoped they'd have been. That didn't help us either, but that's okay. Well, we'll learn and we'll grow. We'll use this moment to get better. And again, I'll use this moment to get better. I think it'll be a great observation for what not to do with the lead when you're up 35 or whatever it was going into a half.
So there was some, last year, pretty serious numbers the other way against the Kings. Was there any talk about that in the lead up to the game? And there was some synergy with it when we were sitting on the sidelines watching it going, well, this looks like what United did last year in the first half.
Yeah, we tried to talk about it too much, and so we wanted to exercise the demons. I certainly didn't think we'd come out and hand it back to them in the first half, basically the exact same way they did us. I was so disappointed when Lockie Barker hit that 3 to make it 6 in the second half. I wanted to hold them to under 5 and score more. Like we had 25. I wanted to beat their run because we were right there. Everyone talked so much trash on us last year after that game, and you know we basically put the same half on them. At least again, like I said, for a half this year. So again, I go back to the defense in the first half. That was where the game was won, and it was terrific in that first opening 20 minutes.
What about from a player perspective, DJ? Was that motivation? Was that fuel? What happened last year? I know there's some different personnel, but there are guys that would remember what went on.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that was my first game back from an Achilles, so to come back and get smacked my 40 wasn't really, a good taste in my mouth. And then, yeah, I think we've only won 1 game in the last 12 games here against United. So to come in, the guys that were here last year were a little bit motivated, and now we got 14 straight road wins. So that's another thing to be proud of.
The crazy coach you played for last year thought it'd be good to bring you in at halftime of that game too. That was a smart.
I was down 38 or something. So.
Guys, tell us about Xavier Cooks. I mean, he was incredible in the first half.
You want to take that one?
Yeah, he punched it on that man real bad. That's probably the best dunk I've ever seen. No, X is just a great all-around player. I mean, he can play point guard all the way through center. He's just really good at screening, rolling, playing defense, so long and athletic. So, no, X is a very big piece for us, and he shows up every game and plays his heart out. So, I'm lucky to play alongside a guy like that.
Trace, can you expand on that a little bit? I mean, he sort of stuffs that one on Humphreys, and then the next play up the floor, he splashes a wing 3.
Yeah, and then another one after that. Yeah, he was obviously just in the zone in the first half, feeling it. Fun to watch when he's going. I don't know if there's anybody that's more pleasing on the eye, at least from my value, to watch when he's at full tilt than X, running in transition, doing the plays he does at the rim, making the passes he does. He's just elite. And he's a freaking joy to coach, too. He's just such a fun person. He's a competitor. He brings the guys together. He's a gem.
DJ, there's a lot of talk about through the week and whenever there's a lead up to a United-Sydney game of the Melbourne-Sydney capital city rivalry. Is that a feeling amongst the players? Like, do you go harder against United, or is there a feeling that, we really want to knock these guys off?
I think we go in there every game. I mean, I think the league's so stacked with great players that no matter who we play, we're going to come against best talent. But, yeah, there's a little bit of motivation playing United. On my half, obviously, I'm from Melbourne, and I had a lot of family and friends come out and watch today. So I like to always get a win here, either against United or Southeast. So it's a big motivation for me.
I'll ask you about Xavier's dunk. So you were right behind it. What did you see?
A poster. I mean, that was like Deej said, I don't know if I've ever seen an in-game dunk on somebody quite like that live.
Put that on a trading card. That's going to sell.
Just the defense. So you mentioned 90-plus points of the first 2 games. You mentioned the interior defense, but the perimeter was locked down as well. CG didn't see much airspace on the outside. So what did you see defensively?
I saw DJ getting up into him. I thought, we have a defensive player of the game. Every game DJ is going to be hard to beat with his defense on Golding through a lot of the night. I'll have to go back and watch the film, but yeah, I thought DJ was terrific.
And just last one on Tim as well. When it was a game, in the first quarter of the first half, I felt that his size, able to be on the glass. You've spoken about the different role that he's going to have, maybe you, DJ, but what have you seen from him so far, so early in the season?
He just comes in and works hard. He's such a great wall-up defender. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, he jumps straight up. There's never a foul going to be called against it. If we do, we challenge him. We get it right. So, no, Tim's done an excellent job. It's actually so kind of hard to go against him in practice as well because he's just so long and he jumps straight up. So, yeah, Tim does an unbelievable job, and I'm happy to have him as a teammate.
Chase, just one last question. Can you talk to United a little bit? Like, just sitting on the sidelines, you look so much bigger than them, like with Geordie and Tim and even Xavier. Is that a noticeable thing for you? Is that something that you plan to attack?
Yeah, I mean, I guess from a verticality size perspective, we were bigger, but I look at Dejan Tucker and Jordan Carroll. I don't know if we weigh more than they do. I mean, they're physical and strong, so it's not like they're light over there by any stretch. I think the great thing for us is, especially with X and Kawat and Tim a little bit, and Geordie to an extreme, like our size, I don't think is immobile. Like it's we can be big and we can still run and play fast, and especially with X and Kawat. So, yeah, but it's not like we look there and just throw it inside all game long. That's not how we try to take advantage. We try to take advantage with rolls, offensive rebounds, attacking the rim on drives and things like that.
Yeah, there's questions here.
Matt McQuaid, go for it, man.
Hey, Matty.
Matty, what's happening?
Hey, Dee. How you doing, Chase? Dee, just one for you. I've asked Chase this, and he doesn't care. But the 14 straight road wins, you guys set a record. You're a part of it, clearly, from last year. How does it feel to you to sort of set that into your record today, amongst the obviously the important things getting done?
It's just a cool thing. We won 13 straight games last year, but just to continue on kind of the road games, I think we play. I don't know why we play better on the road than we do at home. But yeah, it's incredible. Chase has come in and just done an unbelievable job emphasizing the defense. We've locked in, and I think guys are taking much more pride on that end. And yeah, I'm just happy to be a part of 14 straight.
It's pretty cool. It's a whole season of winning straight. Never been done. I think especially the guys like X and Deej, Brucey, who have been a part of both of these now, should take a whole bunch of pride in being some of the toughest. Again, win on the road's not easy, especially in this league, and to go do it, a season's worth of times that's never been done is really impressive.
And just to follow on from that, the people tend to forget you guys started 3-6 last year, and
0-4 on the road.
And 0-4 on the road, yeah. So that makes it even more impressive, doesn't it?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, coming here last year, getting spanked the way we did, and it wouldn't have predicted 12 months later or less than we'd be sitting here talking about 14 straight road wins for sure.
And DJ, the next question I was going to ask you, I know it's only you guys, you're 3 games in, it was a really short off-season, obviously, but it just seems like you've already developed a little chemistry in this group, which 3 new imports, a couple of other guys coming in. I mean, I spoke to Luke Longley about this, and he really likes the group, he really likes your togetherness and what he called maturity. Did you kind of see that in the group so far? Yeah,
for sure. And I think I see it more off the court than on the court. Like, if you can form a really good bond off the court, it translates so easily on the court. And I think we're playing really well together. The 3 imports have come in and just been unbelievable. Obviously, Derek, new to the league, unbelievable. Justin, defensive player of the year 2 years ago, now he's come in. And then Tim, I'm glad to play with guys like that.
And Chase, just finally, Cairns next week, obviously Brucey's 100th game in Kings colours, so he joins a very select group. What are your real thoughts on that matchup and Brucey's upcoming milestone?
Yeah, well, a revenge game, I guess, for Brucey, one of his former hunting grounds or former teams. But no, Cairns a really good team. They've started the year very well. They can obviously shoot it at almost every position most of the times on the floor, so we'll have to be ready for that. But yeah, it's a cool moment for Brucey. He's been a special part of this club for the last few years now. To get to see him be the first guy from Horsham to lift the ship last year, I know meant a lot to him, and to get him back is he's a huge part of who we are and what we do, and yeah, just love him to death. It was glad to see him have a couple go in today too.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Matty.
Thanks, Matt. Alex, just last few questions.
It's a long one today.
It is a long one.
Yeah, Chase, just on Derek's game, obviously compared to his first couple of hit-outs, he had a little bit of an off shooting night, but Were you happy with his other areas of his game?
Yeah, I mean, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. Guy could have had more if guys caught his passes and made his shots. So, scary for the league when he makes shots, I guess.
Any final questions? All good. Thanks very much.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.